Round 3 at Abelentop by Alex Granger. Round 2, not what we wanted it to be. Had high expectations, left ourselves in, as Steve said, purgatory spots all over the shop. So we're going to try and hit our tempos, of course, but try and leave ourselves out of spots that just really kind of kill our game. We've got back tees for this round here. High winds out of the northwest. Fairways are firm. Greens are also firm and quite quick. We're back to, I believe, about round 1 conditions for the greens here. So they're going to be tough. A little bit better, though, than round 2. The 186s are as difficult as it gets. Things slow down just ever so slightly. I think for this initial tee shot, we're going to just play it out to the left with a little bit of fade. And let's get this thing off and running. Okay, we can live with that swing. We can work with that. Thank you, everybody, for being here. I greatly, greatly appreciate each and every one of you. It means a lot to me that people have been just hanging out on Twitch and YouTube so much and, like, actually enjoying the content. So, you are all the MVPs around these parts. Thank you for the luck, everybody. So, we've got 4 yards. Okay, so let's see here. It's going to carry about pin high, and then you've got wind in. Wind playing about 9 on the diagonal here. So if we get it somewhere out this side, I think that'll be fine. If it plays close to 9 in the face, that leaves us about 9 yards short with the 7-iron. I think I'm okay with just letting it try and roll out and see where we end up. It's a good strike. Left ourselves a little bit to the right. That's going to be too far right to take the ridge left. Oh, man. I really didn't think the wind was going to catch us out that much. So we're on the other side of the hill here. I did not think we were going to be that far off. I thought we were pretty close to the number. That was certainly a bit unexpected. So this crests the hill, moving a little bit right to left, and then coming down just turns back the other way. Need this to go outside the hole left to even have a chance. We finally birdied one of the first 2 holes. We finally birdied one of the first 2 holes. Okay. Let's try and parlay that into a little something something, shall we? Front pin. If we take, yeah, I think we can manage. Because I get scared with driver here. I think we ended up in the heavy rough way too many times. So 258 downhill a little bit. And then bounce through like a pitching wedge. And then it's really about angles here. I would think we would want to be more out on the right-hand side. So let this wind drift us over there. All right, that's high up on the hill. We should be fine. Actually got a pretty nice rollout. So yeah, 136 to the flag. We've got gap wedge in hand. Now, I completely misjudged how the wind was going to play here on the last hole. Putting's your weakness in this game, Sparky. My putting is getting better, but it's definitely still definitely still lacking a bit compared to the field. Yeah, we're making a lot of progress. We're making a lot of progress for sure. But we got a long ways to go. Okay, so now the question becomes, how much distance do we lose? Give it a touch of loft and I think, like, mostly spin on this guy. It looks really good. Two for two. I know we're getting the fist pumps in a little bit early, but literally every little thing that we can get out of this course, take it. And especially because holes 1 and 2 have eaten me up in the first 2 rounds. We just haven't been able to get anything out of them. So to be able to steal a couple of them right off the bat here feels really, really good. All right, so wind is actually turning and tailing a little bit more. I don't think I want to be trying to stretch. It's 161 at the front, and expecting my pitching wedge to get 9 yards at the uphill is maybe just asking a little bit too much. So I think we still have to take this 9 iron. That's just to get it to, like, pin high, and then land it a few yards short of that with mostly spin. I'm really hoping that I'm not, like, going too crazy with this. I might be. I might just be playing this a little bit too. I underhit it and slowed it, so this could be scary. Okay, so we were playing that actually a little bit long still. We were playing that a little bit long. The aim was really good, like we would have been right at the hole, but we would have been carrying that a little bit closer to pin high. But we go 3 for 3 here, which is kinda nuts. Kinda nuts. Gotta play a 3x3 window to land the ball on a fair number of holes, yeah. So I can't lay this up. I mean, I can. There's nothing stopping me, but then I'm taking like an 8 iron into that. I'd rather be trying to get a wedge in, I think. De-loft this a bit. So as long as we can keep this just short enough on the landing, there's a hill here to stop it. I was kind of hoping to run it up on top of the hill, so this lie is going to be tough. Gonna try and be a bit out to the right here. But we're uphill 5 feet, so that's 134, and then you've got 10 miles an hour of wind here. I'm gonna give it a little bit of de-loft. I thought that there was a chance for that. We're not dead. We're not dead. That's Fringe, ladies and gentlemen. That is Fringe. I just was so scared of being down that slope that I gave it the D-loft, even though I knew that we could potentially be going through. Ooh, boy. Okay, so we're going to try and putt it. We're going to try and putt it. I don't know how that's going to go. How's it going, Matt? All right, just try and think, Colby. How were the putts breaking earlier? Like that. They were breaking like that. So you have to get this, like, left side, left to middle here to have a chance, right? These are all getting way too close for comfort. These are all getting way too close for comfort, man. It's gotta stop. It's gotta stop. Okay, so we could do one of two plays here. One is to try and stretch the gap wedge via D-loft and then put full backspin, or we sit this guy. I think the pitching wedge loft is probably the safer play. 49, 51, 50... Trying to get a gauge on, like, how I think this is gonna play. Underhit it just a touch, and we're hanging maybe a little bit too far out to the right. This will leave an uphill putt if we would have held the green. Wow. Okay, then. Okay, then. Almost. Almost. I'm a little bit. We overlofted it clearly. I can't believe that just pitching wedge though still just came right back off of the green. That's unfortunate. Gave it a pretty good run there, and honestly a better chip than we've had recently. So I have to stay committed to the plan. We'll get the chips down. We'll get the chips back. been pretty good on the short ones. It's these mid to long range chips that have been quite a bit on the troublesome side. All right, so we got about 10 miles an hour of wind going diagonal here, so we get to about 190. 7 iron with 9 yards to go, end uphill. Feel like you want to try and stretch that just a little bit. That's a shot. That's a shot. I hate you, Brock, and welcome back. Woo! A thing of beauty, that. A thing of beauty, that. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. You hit your tempos, and all of a sudden this game changes. Very, very different when you're on versus when you're off. 49? 16 yards on the hybrid. It kicks a little down. I think you're just trying to basically funnel it into here. I think this is the end goal. Never hit your tempo. I would recommend it, Croto. I would recommend it. Definitely. All right, come on, hybrid. Show us what you're made of. Ooh, look at that. Look at that sneaky wind change. Look at that sneaky, sneaky wind change on us. Because that changes the complexion quite a bit. If I can't carry out that far, all of a sudden we're landing pretty short. I don't want to take the 3-wood, though. That really changes things, too. Driver punch feels like it rolls for days, right? So... Aw, man. Alright, let's just try and picture it, Colby. Try and picture it. So if we take the 3-wood and we're long, we're like pin high. The wind is turning back. All right, let's go for it while the wind is in our favor. I hit it fast. I kind of knew that was gonna happen though, because I was trying to beat the wind. But if this rolls to the right and gets down to that area that we were going for, I think we're in pretty good standing. Yeah, see, like that's reasonable. That's about where we're trying to get to. Honestly, here would have been a little bit better. But that'll work. Just can't be rushing our shots like that. That's the only thing we can't be doing is rushing. All right. Into the uphill behind. Into the uphill behind. We get this. It's gonna fall off. A little bit more. This is almost as good of a start as we could possibly ask for, especially considering the way that round 2 went for us. This is downhill 65 feet. How far downhill is it here? Because this is when I feel like it almost baits you into it. But it's 607 yards, so you gotta go. Alright, take it easy, Croto. Safe travels. Catch you later. So I guess the question is, like, if we got out here, that's still... I don't think this is a reachable in 2. Or if it is, it's barely. So I think we go for the drive to give, like, the just slight opportunity for it. I slowed it. If this kicks to the left, then we stay fairway. If it kicks right, we go bunker. Wow, what a kick. I say, okay, so now we have 297 to the hole. Full off, full backspin, like, it's all lie dependent at this point. About 255, 260, 275? That, to me, looks like the green light special. Driver off the deck. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit slow. Drifts us to the right. This probably goes all the way through to the rough. But we're greenside with an uphill. It does go a little bit into the downhill here. So this is 15 yards. 70%. 5 yards. So this is 70% is back in here. Something like this. We're in an uphill with the loft. A little long here, because we have to be able to crest. I know it's going to roll downhill, but you have to be able to get over the ridge. That really came out that short? Look at that. We found the little strip of flat. We found the little strip of flat. That's most unfortunate. That's most unfortunate. Overhit that one a little. All right, so we'll take par there. That's unfortunate because I really felt like we'd at least given it a better shot because our putt, our birdie putt is way different and honestly way easier if we're able to get that right. But sometimes that's just how it goes. 133, and then you get about 9 at the back. 118, 123. So like lob wedge, get the bounce and then the release. But I feel like I want to just take off of this. So let's go 133. Let's say 140 and then a little bit more. That's just to get it to pin high. Landed a little bit short. Get in there! That's how you finish the back nine. I'm doing pretty good, New Age. How about you? I'm doing pretty good. Hello? What's going on, Mike? Welcome back. All right. Well, that's how you close that out. How's it going, kids? This is tough. So 32 foot. The crazy part is we got 9 holes left, so you have to like settle yourself down immediately and get right back into it. I gotta play some D-loft on this driver. Try and get it down a little bit earlier. Let this hill take the speed out of it before the rough. I just feel like if I play stock driver there, we could end up in a pretty tough spot. Because it's 32 down to the hole. It's like 60 down to the bottom of that valley. Because now we got to go 10 back up. Alright, so 185. Wind in is going to take this 6-iron. You've got to just play like the backspin on it, I think. Good, but not as good as I am. Yeah, we're feeling pretty good at the moment. Kind of crazy because the way that warm-ups and stuff were going, it was definitely suspect how things were gonna be. I'm a little bit scared, guys. If I'm being completely honest. 10 miles an hour of wind, probably played about 8 there, 10, like, few yards short of the hole, but the way that this plays, and the way that this wants to roll, I feel like I need to go 5-iron and loft it with spin to, like, get the sit that I need. Which I know is kind of crazy talk. But I'm going to do it. I don't know if this is a stupid play or not, but I just don't feel safe. A little bit slow. I think I backed out of it. Didn't shape it enough. That still rolls through. Okay. Yeah, wasn't great. Could have maybe held up there. But that was overall just like a very tough call. Because I think 6-iron, I put myself at risk of landing it in a way that is bad. So, don't feel like I really had a great... Don't think I really had a great shot there in any capacity. I thought with the distance and the pace that would require that we weren't going to go that low around the bend. It's okay. Couldn't put it in any better than that. Alright, downhill, downwind. What is this running me? 380? We should be fine then. A lot of times we don't end up getting out towards that 400 mark, so... Think this will be a pretty comfy drive. That's what she said? You like to use the putter? Huh? Hey, to each their own. Sandwich flop, gotta give it just a little bit of bite here. Just a little bit. No, so you stay up. It's gone. Oh my goodness. Ha! I'm not gonna ask questions. That almost missed low, dude. That almost missed low. What in the world? Okay. Reset. Settle. Hit the shot. We got the ace. We barely get that one to drop there, but like gotta keep the brain right. We still have what, 7 holes left here, so have to stay mentally focused and strong. I do not like this Sam I am. 3-wood approach on the par 4. Yeah, there's a backstop, but here's the caveat to that. With the wind, we're landing like in here. If it doesn't die going up, I think we are okay. I think we are okay, but like little bit scary. %. Yeah, look at that. Still getting up there. Uphill and to the left, though. Settle. My luck, we're going to just stop at the backstop, right? Not going to come back at all. Okay. That was gentle. A little generous. It's just ever so slightly right to left. I'm going aggressive. I know that there's danger lurks if we're wrong on that. I'm going center cup. I'm putting all my chips in on center cup. Oh, this hole. That's like a short-sided chip if you're long. So it's 8 yards downhill there. I could call that like... We're gonna get at least 10. 317, wind carries into like here, bounce up on and probably over. This is gonna be an interesting shot, but I'm willing to work with anything down around the green. Can you imagine? Can you imagine? Just for a moment there. I want to land it here. This close, Hutch. This close. I'm gonna rework this just a little bit longer. I'm glad I did. I like had it in my head. I had it in my head that loft and backspin that I was doing was gonna put me a little bit short, and that I was gonna roll back down the hill if I didn't make the adjustment. So I'm very proud of myself there. You were already standing up, kids. I didn't want to get my hopes up. The line looked really, really good. Don't get me wrong. The line looked phenomenal. But I knew in my head with the green speed that we needed to land that like a few yards lower in order for that to have maybe taken enough speed out getting to the top. But yeah, there's that part of me that's like, just hit the back of the cup. So the question is, do we roll through this bowl? Because honestly, I feel like that's potentially a thing that could happen. But honestly, I'm thinking about trying to get it down in here somewhere. Just leave a fairly uphill putt to the back corner. Maybe took a little bit more aggressive of a line here. But I did play with loft and spin, so give ourselves an opportunity. 15-footer, still with a fair amount of break on it, though. Like, especially in the early goings of this putt. Okay, let's just try it. Let's just try and picture it, right? Let's just try and picture it. And I think it needs, like, here. The crazy part is I, like, keep adding to these putts, and they're still missing low. So I don't know where my read goes wrong. But I'm like, I have my initial aim, and I'm like, okay, now I'm adding extra to compensate, and it's still low. So those green speeds at longer distances, things don't quite add up the way that I would like them to. 6 iron, 199. Six iron landing down here, a little bit of loft. Come on, nice little 6 in. Little bit slow. Does feed right to left if we can get, it's just out of momentum. Took a little bit too much off of it. All right, now this becomes a tricky thing because we had a hard time reading the break on that last one. But this, like, oddly feels like it's not on as much of a ridge. I don't know. We've got some weird bumpiness in it. Some stuff that might take us a little more. I might have hit that too firm. Oh no, okay. Just felt a little bit weird off the stick. Gotta take the 2-putt par. Gotta take the 2-putt par. As much as I want to be in there, like, I left it pretty poorly off the tee shot. I just felt like the 6-iron was going to carry with more momentum, but maybe I was, like, visualizing where it was going to land as further up. 88, 260s, 270-ish? Which is, like, not even to the green. But you're late but try and sneak in to get credit for attendance? What's going on, Fly Guy? Nobody's keeping track of attendance, but appreciate you being here. I guess the question is, like, if you lay it up here, taking a 9-iron or something in versus maybe trying to take a pitch shot. I'm not gonna force the issue. I don't think we're gonna force the issue. To me, it would maybe be worth it to go with our driver off the deck there if it gets us a chance to get on the green and roll it back, but we're like not even remotely close. 10. 1241. A little bit short and uphill. Gonna try and squeeze this through just a little bit. I hit it fast. We're gonna go long? No? Kick right. Just go straight right, roll down. What's that pic of the dork in sunglasses? That's me. But with sunglasses photoshopped, I think. I don't remember if I actually wore the aviators or not for that. No, I couldn't have, because that's just the base Z Kolb's W. Pretty much all of our emotes New Age are based off of one emote and one emote alone. We have a few that are different, but most of the meme is just Z Dorkster? Dang. Sure got me. No way. I know we missed the swing plane, but I don't know that that really changed anything. So that's par 2, par 5s. Par 2, par 5s, but man, that's crazy. The amount that I'm like adding on these putts and I'm still missing them low, I'm just not seeing where some of the break is happening. This hole is incredibly difficult. Holy cow. I gotta take 3 wood here. I know that that means that my approach is gonna be longer, but I don't see a good way to take driver. Missed the hole-in-one, Hutch. Yeah, we little sand wedge hole-in-one downhill there. It was pretty nice. Pretty good. Oh boy. This is not downhill slope here. 14-mile-an-hour diagonal wind, like everything feeding mega right into a right side hole location is just about the last thing I want. 86. I mean, we're short with the 7-iron, right? I don't really have anything good here. I don't know where this is going. We hit our shot. We're still to the right. Distance is good. But we're gonna be in the rough. Yep. All right. It's gonna release a little bit out of here. We're short? Four yards to the flag. 80% of this. I think I still need to underhit it just a bit. It's gonna come out to the right and release. Trying to like work through all the pieces of that puzzle. I tried to work through all the freaking pieces of that puzzle. I'm not a huge fan here. Try and run a more of a bullet up the hill. I just don't want to go over the hill, because over the hill and far away puts us over in the rough. That's just not a good time. Alright, so one last approach shot. These lies have been tricky. These lies have definitely been tricky. I think we'll go something over here. 190, upper 180s, and wind, and then we have a hill. If we carry too much momentum, though, we might go back down, but I think we have to play it. Good strike. Land it pin high. Take some momentum. Just like gently come down the hill. Like enough to come back to the hole, but not enough to go off the front of this green. All right, we gotta take care of business here. I'm gonna go aggro line. I could already feel it in my loins. Can already feel it in my loins. That's a round. That's a round. 13 under. Clean card. It's what the first round should have potentially been. Felt like we had played pretty well round one. We left a lot out round two, but take a look at this. Take a look at this. 2 14 unders ahead of us. But we're up there with the best of them. We're up there with the best of them. So that's a moving day in my books. Round 4 tomorrow.